what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab.
And it's exciting. You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Bud Crawford's possible bout is one of the most talked about bouts in boxing history. Both men are the best of their respective times. Boxing experts and pundits have speculated as to who would win if these two boxing titans ever faced off. The topic of discussion extends beyond skill to include legacy, Crawford's adaptability and instinct for killing versus Mayweather's perfect mastery. With one of the cleanest resumes in the sport's history, Floyd Mayweather retired with a pristine 50-0 record. His notable victories over champions in 5 different weight classes characterize his career. Mayweather was renowned for his ability to neutralize both punchers and strategists. Conversely, Terence Crawford has subtly established one of the most comprehensive legacies of contemporary period by establishing himself as an unchallenged champion across several divisions and demonstrating his versatility in handling any style that is...
Like what?
Like what?
Audience that don't know.
He is a two-time undisputed champion. Floyd wasn't a one-time undisputed champion. So he has all the belts in one division and then moved up and got all the belts in another division. I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of boxing.
Yes, and he beat the man.
And he beat the man. Let's give Terence Crawford his flowers because everything he said he was going to do,
he done it.
Thrown at him. He is a terror for opponents due to his switch hitting, surprising power, and superior ring IQ. His supremacy at welterweight had propelled him into pound-for-pound bouts, where only Mayweather's ghost appears to loom over him. Veterans and professional fighters have not hesitated to offer their opinions. Oscar de la Hoya, who fought Mayweather himself, recently declared that he still believes Floyd is the better boxer, claiming that Mayweather is unbeatable due to his record and technical prowess. De La Hoya's viewpoint reflects the admiration that many old guard members have for Mayweather's record and a capacity to constantly win at the highest level. Canelo Alvarez, who has fought Crawford recently, is on the opposing side of the argument. He shared the ring with Mayweather in 2013. When Canelo praised Bud's intelligence, adaptability, and recent success, he created a stir by declaring that Crawford is far superior to Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather stopped Conor McGregor in the 10th round to improve to 50-0 in what he says will be his final fight. I actually believe him this time, Max. What's his legacy?
Well, he's one of the great pure boxers who ever lived. He is never cheated himself. He always was in condition. He had no off nights. That's why he won every fight. It's one of the reasons. Not because he's one of the best to ever do it, and because he was always prepared over a very long amateur and pro career. Amazing. Another reason is he carefully selected opponents, knew when and where and when and who to fight, and basically changed the paradigm in boxing. I'll translate. He flipped the script. I mean, really, boxing is basically, and this is just the way it is, and I'm a huge boxing fan, and I make no apologies about it, but it is fans and networks essentially exploiting fighters. That's how it works. We want to, and we demand a level of dedication and risk-taking with your health that's insane, right? Like, someone's getting their head beaten every which way, and if you quit, you don't have heart. You can't be a great fighter, which is true, by the way. It's a blood sport. And Floyd, and usually fighters wind up broke and punch drunk. And Floyd Mayweather flipped the script. He said, no, I'm not going to let the game play me. I'm going to play the game.
His viewpoint is especially significant because it comes from a boxer who has faced both men under various conditions. Another veteran who sparred with Mayweather for 12 rounds, Shane Mosley, has favored Crawford in this possible fight, arguing that Bud's versatility makes him more complete and dangerous than Floyd. Mosley's perspective is in line with what some boxers who have experienced Mayweather's approach directly know, that his skill is indisputable, but Crawford offers Floyd perspectives and weapons that Floyd was never exposed to. Shane Mosley has also admitted that Floyd Mayweather is not a weak link, even though he admires Crawford's versatility. Mosley has really stated on multiple occasions that Mayweather is one of the most difficult riddles in boxing history due to his discipline and defensive prowess. In fact, Mosley gave Floyd a serious beating in the second round of their 2010 fight. However, he later acknowledged that Floyd immediately adjusted, silenced him, and never gave him another clean chance after that.
On Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the old.
Mosley's perspective was impacted by that encounter. He admires Crawford's offensive diversity, switch hitting, and stature. However, he is also aware from personal experience that Floyd is an expert at neutralizing even the most powerful weapons. Crawford's close friend and former champion, Andre Ward, has also fiercely defended him against accusations that his achievements fall short of Mayweather's.
I have to disagree because Floyd Mayweather toyed with Canelo. Like, he literally toyed with him. He didn't get hit at all. Not one time. And Crawford, yeah, he's more of a fighter, boxer. Mayweather's more of a boxer. But I have to disagree. I think Mayweather is much more superior than Crawford. Not just because he beat me and it was a close fight, whatever, and, you know, or that I stepped in the ring with Mayweather, but I really feel that technically Mayweather's a better fighter.
You faced Mayweather, what, you were 23 years old, I believe?
23.
And
Just
again,
turned 23.
Yeah, you just turned 23. You didn't have a lot of seasoning. I know people will say, oh, he had a lot of fights. Well, you didn't have an amateur career. You started boxing at 15 as a pro, right?
Yeah.
So you gave up the weight concession. You gave up the rehydration clause. And I always thought if you would have faced him, you know, with some more seasoning, it would have gone differently.
You know, he deserved the position in that moment because, you know, Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters in the boxing history, and he deserved the position in that moment. You know, I try to make history, and I try to put myself in the very top in that moment. But for some reason, doesn't happen, right? And yeah, like you say, if I had that fight with Miguel Angel Cotto first and all these kind of fights, and then fight Mayweather, maybe go in the different way. But, you know, we never gonna know. We never gonna know. And I learned what from that fight, and like I say, things happen.
Crawford's versatility, skill, and capacity to destroy top opponents are highlighted by Ward as evidence that he is worthy of being discussed. Crawford has even been dubbed the greatest of this generation by Ward. In addition to their personal connection, Ward has been one of Bud's most ardent supporters because he believed that Crawford's record, skill, and versatility make him stand out in contemporary boxing.
Who's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Ward stated unequivocally that Bud deserved to be regarded as the finest boxer of this period, following Crawford's annihilation of Errol Spence Jr. Mayweather has made remarks about Crawford that are a mix of pride and admiration.
Shane caught him. But what was the issue? Shane started hesitating. Why did Shane hesitate? Because he took the best shot and he stood there
held on tight, and on top of that, made Shane feel his strength, and came back out like nothing happened the previous round.
Right.
But still stone cold.
Right.
And then Shane ends up being the one hesitating, waiting, and the fight get away from him.
I'm saying Shane hit me with a hell of a shot. Okay. Actually, 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
But even in that particular round, what I said to Shane was this. I was like,
you did said something to him when you grabbed him.
I said, you gotta kill me.
Oh, shit. I wasn't ready, Floyd.
I said that was a good one. And I said that was a good one, but you gotta kill me.
Wow.
I said, you gotta kill me. And then I'm not gonna lie.
Although he frequently reminds fans of his own resume and the accomplishments he made during decades at the top, he has complimented Crawford on his significant victories, especially his thumping of Errol Spence Jr. As usual, Floyd sets himself up as a standard by which everyone else is judged. It's normal for appreciation and legacy preservation to clash. Mayweather has always taken great satisfaction in being considered the greatest of his generation. This dispute is maintained by the notion